Hello, I'm Zack Scott. Thanksgiving was originally celebrated to thank God for making the Indians give the Pilgrims fertile land. But these days, it's just another excuse for Americans to eat. So I'm going to show you how to inject tradition back into Thanksgiving with this authentic Blackberry Pie recipe, just like Christopher Columbus made. Since the bulk of this recipe is the blackberry, you're going to want yours to be fresh, preferably hand-picked straight from a blackberry tree. You'll want to pick about 70 berries or about 4 cups worth. Next, preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit and then gather your ingredients. You'll need half a stick of butter, or 4 tablespoons, your blackberries, 1 cup of sugar. We'll be using baker sugar because we'll be baking. A 1/3 cup of cornstarch, some cinnamon, and a pie crust. You'll notice that all of these ingredients are authentic. Where did the Pilgrims get the corn to make the cornstarch? From the natives. Where did they get the Land O'Lakes butter? From the natives. Before you start mixing the ingredients, be sure to wash and drain your blackberries. Then you can add them to a mixing bowl. Next, add the sugar and the cornstarch, and then sprinkle a few shakes worth of cinnamon on top. Next, mix everything together, but be sure not to squish the blackberries too much. The heat of the oven will already cause enough of their juices to come out. As you're mixing, think about the significance of this traditional dessert. During the first Thanksgiving, Christopher Columbus and Geronimo got together and made many of these same pies themselves. This is how Geronimo came to be known as the Indian baker, back when everyone still thought they were in India. Now it's time to prepare your pie crusts. Roll one out into a pie pan and then spread your blackberry mixture into it evenly. Next, place thin slices of butter over the top and then cover it with the other pie crust. Pinch the edges together to close everything in. You're going to want to carve some slits into the top of your pie to allow heat and air to escape while cooking. The traditional Thanksgiving blackberry pie has the letters C and G carved into the top. These, of course, stand for Columbus and Geronimo, and they were carved to show a sign of unity between the natives and the Pilgrims. Looks like the pie is ready, so let's put it in the oven for about 30 minutes until it is golden brown. Now we just wait and wait. Now would be a perfect time to tell a Thanksgiving story. During the 3rd annual Thanksgiving, Christopher Columbus's brother Roger was actually visiting America, and he was out with his brother Chris hunting for turkey. And he was insanely jealous of his brother's success and wealth, and he wanted to make it known. And so what he did is he took his rifle and pointed it at his brother, and he said, "Hey Chris, do you think you can outrun a bullet?" Now, Christopher Columbus just froze, but thankfully Geronimo was about 100 yards away picking berries to make one of these blackberry pies. And when he turned and he saw Columbus held at gunpoint, he grabbed his axe and then... Okay, it looks like our pie is done, so let's go check and see if it's golden brown and delicious. That's a story for another time anyway. Let's go check out the pie. Okay, take your pie out of the oven and set it aside to cool for about 45 minutes. I know it sure looks good now, but you'll have to wait. Once your pie is cooled, cut yourself off a slice. If it's a little bit runny like mine is, that means you didn't let it cool long enough. So, take this pie to your family gatherings, tell them about the history you heard today. Thank God that America has fertile crops. Thanks for watching, be safe, and have fun. Dig in. Oh, hot! It's so hot!